Hi everyone, it's Hollywood Journal with Dolly. Welcome to another video. So happy to have you here. Today we're doing a journal with me, which I haven't done in about a gazillion billion years. And we're also going to be doing a what's it called? A Q&A, which we also haven't done in a gazillion billion years, which is why I thought it might be quite fun to do one now. So basically, just before we get started into the Q&A, just wanted to tell you kind of what I'm doing on these pages. So you'll see that there's already a strip of washi tape down the middle of that page. Now, that is not a washi tape that I would have deliberately chosen for the pages that we're doing today. But the reason that it's there is because I pulled out some pages, quite a few pages in the composition notebook that I was using. And that was where the kind of pages were still showing from the other side. And obviously if I'd have pulled that out, then the pages on the other side would have fallen out. So I just stuck them down with that washi tape when I first got the notebook and I decided to do that. So that's what that washi tape's there for. It's just to hold basically the book together, in short. So just thought I'd tell you again as well what I'm actually working on this page. So the pages that I'm doing are from a couple of weeks ago, on I think it was 2 Sundays ago something, but it's when me and my sister and my mum all had a craft day at my sister's house, because I don't know if I've mentioned this actually on the channel yet, but my sister has actually moved to Leeds, so she only lives around 20 minutes away from me now, and her and her boyfriend live in there with their dog. And so it's a lot easier for us to kind of get together, because even though my mum doesn't live around here, she only has to come up the motorway, and Amy lives in East Leeds, which is close to where my mum is. So instead of driving, an hour and a half to get to me, it's only taking, an hour to get to Amy's. So, yeah, so that's really nice. So anyway, we had a craft day on that day, which was lovely. And the other side of the page is dedicated to my evening that I had. So I left Amy's, and then me and Will went to see Barbie. Now, I'd already seen Barbie. I absolutely loved it. I was like that meme, which is like the one on TikTok where the guy's like, I fucking love it. I don't know if anyone's seen that, if you know what I mean. If you don't, you're just going to be like, what on earth is that? But yeah, it's really funny. Literally me with Barbie. I absolutely am obsessed with it. I love the soundtrack. Just the aesthetic of it, it's such a serotonin booster. It's so arty and weird when you're watching it. It was just nothing like I expected. But yeah, I'd already seen it, but Will hadn't, and Will's a bit of a cinema buff, and if any films come out that are quite big, then he really wants to go and see them. So he really wanted to go and see Barbie, so I was like, yeah, of course I will come with you and see it again. So yeah, we went to see that, and he really liked it as well. He thought it was great. So yeah, we had a lovely day that day, because like I say, I had a bit of a girly day in the daytime, and then on the evening me and Will went out for a little date night, really. So yeah, it was lovely. Now, this video also was meant to come out last week, but last week, oh my god, last weekend, I don't know what happened, but I essentially died. I was so poorly, I just have no idea why. I don't know what I got or anything, but last Thursday I started getting excuse me, how weird what I'm going to say, I had a bit of a sore throat. And I thought it was down to me, obviously, going back to work and shouting at the kids, shut up! Or, whatever. That's another meme. I don't know if... I'm in such a funny mood today. I don't know if anyone's seen that meme either, which is the one where she's like, I don't know where it's from, but the woman's like, listen, won't you listen? That's so funny. This video was not meant to be about memes, but it's got myself laughing. But yeah, I literally have turned into that woman, because the kids this year, I don't even know, oh my god. I'll speak about it in a little bit further on when we get onto the Q&A. But yeah, I thought it was because I was shouting a lot, and that's what had made me have a sore throat. And then the Friday came, and I literally looked like I'd died. I was like a walking corpse. And literally, one of the guys at work had to take one of my lessons, because I just could not function at all. I took my last lesson, which was lovely because they're really nice kids, so it was easy peasy. And then Saturday, oh my god, literally couldn't get out of bed. Like, I was sick. I just had such a bad cold, like so full up with cold and stuff. I did take a COVID test just because I wanted to know if I had it, really, because I've never had it. Or according to them home kits, I've never had it, and when you used to go in and get it sent off, I've never had it. So I wanted to know if I finally had it, and I didn't. It said I didn't have it again, and I wasn't really very chesty, so I didn't think it was. But it was like a really weak version of like norovirus, like a sickness bug, because I was only sick once on that Saturday night, and then it kind of, that sickness part went away, but I still felt so nauseous. It was very, very strange, and I was so hungry. So on the Sunday, all I did was eat. I was absolutely ravenous. I mean, so starving. And I've never been like that when I'm ill. Usually when I'm poorly, like, I don't want to eat anything at all, and I'm putting it off eating. But I don't know what the hell was going on last week. But yeah, I was starving, man. I was so hungry. So anywho, it wasn't because I was shouting, it was because I wasn't very well. So I actually had the Monday off work as well, just to make it 48 hours since I was last sick, really. But I didn't want to come in and pass it around because, there's people at work who, immune systems aren't great, or they're pregnant or whatever, and I didn't want to pass it around. So, I had the 48-hour clear, and then I went back to work on the Tuesday. So that's why this video is like a week late, because I was not very well, and there's no way that I was filming a video like, "Hi guys, hope you look good." Like, it's just not happening. However, that did give me a really nice time for lots and lots of questions to come through. Now, this weekend I'm on my own, so that's why I can film it super super easily, because Will is in London. He's gone to Alexandra Palace, Ali Pally, to watch one of his favourite bands. I was going to go, but then the train strikes have been so weird around here that I was like, I don't really want to risk getting the train. So then Will ended up getting a frigging bus, which took like 5 hours sitting on a coach, and I was like, sorry babes, no, I'm definitely not doing that. I would rather spend the 80 quid and get a train, but then the trains are so iffy. I was like, I don't want to do that either, and then get stranded in London, and oh my god, no thank you. So anyway, he's gone off on his own. It's actually his birthday tomorrow, so he's coming back on his own tomorrow. He's meeting his friend there tonight, and he's staying with his sister, so he isn't fully alone. I don't feel that bad. And then tomorrow I am actually going to Lincoln to see my mum and my sister and my nana, because it's my nana's birthday on like Tuesday or Monday, I can't remember, whatever the 27th is. I think that's actually Wednesday. I don't know. But anyway, it's her birthday this week, and she's going to M&S because there's no Marks and Spencer's in Hull anymore. And I don't know if there's one in Scunthorpe, but it's rubbish. So anyway, she wants to go and have a look in M&S. So yeah, that's what she's doing. Now, by the way, there's no action here for quite a while, and that's because I'm looking for my corner cutter thing. And I couldn't find it anywhere. Anyway, I find it a little bit later on, and I do like a little woohoo, I found it kind of thing. So I thought I was going mad. I was literally rummaging around my craft room, which obviously you can't see at the moment, but I do end up finding it, so that's exciting. Excuse me. But anywho, yeah, let's get on to some of the questions then. One of the questions I had is do you use TikTok? Now, yes, I do. I absolutely love TikTok, both watching videos. I maybe watch more TikTok than I do TV. I don't actually watch a lot of TV. I've mentioned that before. I usually, if I'm going to watch something, I will either watch YouTube videos or TikTok, or I'll listen to an audiobook or the radio, or my music. Like, I don't really watch TV. I would rather absorb information in a different manner. So I don't feel too bad about my TikTok usage, because, you know, some people might watch TV and go on TikTok at the same time, whereas I don't really do that. But yeah, I have actually started posting quite a lot on TikTok. So if you use TikTok and you want to see me on there, then head on over to TikTok and put Jenna with Dolly in, and I'm just there, and you can have a great time on that. So that's lovely. Anyway, another one said, how are you? How's your week been? Well, to be honest, right, at the time, obviously I'd had a shit week, because it was when I wasn't very well, but I'll answer it as in, for this week. Well, this week's also been shite. I don't know what has really been up with me, to be honest. I think it's work. I think it's really stressed me out in a lot of ways. There's been a lot of safeguarding stuff already. The behaviour is starting to show now. Kids are getting comfortable. We're on week 3. They're starting to show the true colours. You know, they've got comfortable here. They want to see how far they can push you. There's been a fight in my class. There was lots and lots of stuff going on. I also started university again this week. Hooray! To actually get my teaching qualification, which I'm super excited about because I actually have been doing the job a year, completely untrained. Lol. So it'd be nice to actually get that under my belt and actually have the qualification, but it's going to take 2 years. It's part-time, and the only problem with it is, oh God, is it absolutely knackers me out for the whole week because it's on a Tuesday evening, but that's after I've taught all day. So I get up, I'll tell you what my Tuesday looks like now. I get up at 6 o'clock. I'm out the door for work at about 7, and I get the bus at about 7:10. Get to work about 7:30, 25 to 8. My first lesson is at 9 o'clock. Then I have 4 back-to-back lessons with a half an hour dinner in between. Then I have to make my way over to a different campus because it is, obviously we're part of college. I work at a college, and a college, remember, in the UK is not like college in America. It's where the students are 15 to 18 usually, and it's instead of staying on at high school, they can come to us instead. But we do have a higher education provision within it as well, so we do have like a university built into it. So if they wanted to stay on with us, then they can. When they're 18, 19 plus or whatever, and they want to go and do a university degree. So anyway, the Teach Training Centre is at a different campus. So I have to make my way over there at the other side of Leeds. And then I'm there for 4.5 hours. So from 5 o'clock till 9:30 on the night. And then my train home is at 10 o'clock. Because the buses are absolutely rubbish and I'm not staying around in the dark. I mean, I just told you the trains are rubbish as well. But basically what you need to know if you're not in the UK is all public transport sucks, essentially, here. We have loads of it, but it's so broken. The system is broken in terms of, like, the trains are always delayed, always cancelled. There's always strikes. I mean, I don't blame them striking, but I mean, come on, guys. Surely you've done enough now. Then there's, the buses just never run on time. It's all underfunding. It's all the government's fault. I'm literally, let's not get into how shit the Tories are, but that's essentially it. So anyway, I go and get the train because it's a little more reliable at that time of night than the bus. And then I walk home, and by the time I've walked home, I get into my house at about 20 to 11. In that case, I get ready for bed. I'm in bed by 11:30, and then I'm up at 6 o'clock the next morning. Hooray for a 15-hour, 16-hour day. It's very tiring. So I've been so tired this week because it's just a lot, right? And I haven't been to uni since 2017. So going back into the mindset of writing essays and all that stuff, I mean, I actually love it, and I'd probably love to do a master's after I've done this at some point. But it's just a lot when you're working full time as well. So yeah, it's been really crazy at work. I'm really happy though because I finally get my own room. There's only about 4 lessons a week where I'm not in that room. So out of my 20 lessons I have, there's only like 5 that I'm not in there for. So very happy with that. I've decorated it. I've got like a little fidget box now with like fidget toys in it, and a little phone basket. So if the phones keep coming out, then I bring over the phone basket and I'm like, put your phone away in the phone basket. And yeah, it's just great. I do really like having my own room. It kind of makes me feel like a real teacher and like comfortable in where I am and all that kind of stuff, so really happy with that. The next question was, how's your teaching job going? So I kind of answered that. Yeah, it's going really well. There is definitely ups and downs. This week has been a bit more of a down week, but it is what it is. And I've been watching lots of videos again on TikTok with teachers who are going through very similar things, and I think it's really a kind of COVID domino effect where it's, wherever the children were when COVID happened and the lockdowns happened, where they were not going to school, it's had a massive detrimental effect no matter where they are in that cycle or that stage. And I think we're going to be seeing the results of that for many, many, many years. And yeah, it's really hard. Behaviour's hard. Academically, they're not really where they should be. A lot of them are quite far behind, and it's sad. It's really, really sad. And it's sad for me as well, because I'm like, told you, I turn into that meme. Listen! It's like absolutely mental. But yeah, I am still loving it. I am still enjoying it, and very, very pleased to be getting my teacher training done. So hopefully I can start like moving up the ladder and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, very, very happy about that. Then somebody asked me, what are your top 3 songs right now? Well, this is a funny one, because if everybody has been here a while, then you know that I like all sorts of music. I love listening to absolutely anything. My main genres, I would say, are rock, indie, and like dance music. And honestly, dance music has taken over my life at the moment. I don't know what's going on. I think it's because if you listen to indie, or you listen to rock or metal or any of the other sorts of genres that I really do enjoy, a lot of the lyrics, especially in modern day rock music, are quite depressing. They're really, really depressing, and they're often about anxiety or depression or wanting to kill yourself, or like, something really, really dark. And I don't need that right now. Like, I really, really don't. And I think that's why I've turned into a bit of a drum and bass girl again. Because when I'm on my way to work, or when I've come out of work, the last thing that I want is kind of to be dragged down by feeling sad by the lyrics that have been said to me. Instead, I want something kind of uplifting, like making me raring to go, like, like buzzing, feeling adrenaline going, all that kind of stuff. And I feel like the dance music at the moment, EDM and that, is kind of helping me along a little bit. Because it does kind of give you endorphins, I think, when like it, and all the dance music builds up, and it's just like, whoa, you can imagine yourself out and having a real good time. Oh, I just love it, man. So, and I don't really go out anymore. I'm an old woman now. I mean, I'm sat at my desk on a Saturday night crafting, and Will's out. I could have been like, girls, let's go out for a brunch and drink till we're sick. I don't know, but I'd rather not do that. I'd rather just get a McDonald's and sit in my house and craft. But, I was a crazy cat at one time. I liked going out. So maybe it's a bit of nostalgia as well, So my 3 top songs anyway at the moment are all drum and bass or dance music. But they are all very much like endorphin lifters, serotonin boosters. So if you need that, even if you don't listen to dance music usually, then try these 3 out, because you might like them. I don't know. The first one that I'm obsessed with is actually from 2013, which I definitely think is maybe me being nostalgic, because 2013 was really the year, and 2014 where I was a bit crazy going out. 2013 I'd be going out 3 times a week. It was when I was working, so I had money, and it was the year before I went to university, so I had a bit of a gap year, and me and my boyfriend just went out all the time, to clubs and stuff. And one of the songs that I'm obsessed with at the moment is from that time period. It's called Control. It's by Matrix and Futurebound. They're like a producer a duo. And it's just, honestly, it's just good vibes. It like lifts you up. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. I feel like one of my kids at work, where they're just like, I don't know what I like about it, but I just do. I like the way it makes you feel. You can imagine you at like a club or a festival or whatever, having a nice time. I'm all about that. I'm all about the good vibes. So yeah, loving that at the minute. I'm also loving the brand new Swedish House Mafia song called Ray of Solar. If you're not familiar with Swedish House Mafia, then they're Swedish. My God, what the hell? Who would have thought? But they're brilliant, and again, very big kind of music scene when I was at school, kind of 2011, 2012 time. And their new song is quite different to their old stuff. It's got like a classical music vibe to it. It's got choral singing in it, and then obviously you drum and bass underneath. So really interesting, really like it. Got that on repeat as well. And then the last one that I'm obsessed with at the moment is Disconnect by Becky Hill and Chase and Status. Now again, Chase and Status is a 2013 classic. I saw them at Leeds Festival in 2013. Can't remember much. Don't know what that says about the time that I had there, but it was, I thought it was good at the time. Becky Hill is, if you don't know Becky Hill, she is a British solo artist who often features on drum and bass and dance tracks, and she has her own albums and everything. And I'm absolutely obsessed with it, and I have been for about, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years, maybe longer than that. No, it's been longer than, oh my god, I keep forgetting, right, that I graduated uni in 2017, and I keep forgetting that wasn't just like 3 years ago anymore. I liked her in my last year of uni, so that was like 2016, so that's like what, like 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. Oh my god, 7 years, that's disgusting. Excuse me, I'm so like, my voice keeps going funny. Yeah, it's like 7 years I've liked her then, so I don't know why. I think it's because she can actually sing, and that excites me when somebody can actually sing nowadays. And again, just good feel-good tunes, nothing too groundbreaking, just a good time. And I've seen her live now about 3 times, and every time I've seen her, she's been brill. So, yeah, big fan of Becky. Go on, Becky Hill. Love you, girl. So yeah, they're my 3 songs. So Control, Matrix and Future Bound, Ray of Solar by Swedish House Mafia, and Disconnect, Becky Hill with Chase and Status. So they're my 3. I know you might be disappointed that I'm a drum and bass girl now, but I always have been. It's been submerged for a little bit, and unfortunately my teaching has brought it out again to try and make me excited for work. The next one I got was favourite thing on your desk, which I thought was a really cute question. Probably I love my wax burner. It only cost me a tenner from Home Bargains. The best tenner I've ever spent in my life. It's one of them which is like a glass like dome thing, and you put the little glass thing on top and you put wax melts in it and it melts them for you. It's electric. Absolutely love it. I've got so many wax melts in my drawer, mainly kind of woody and floral scents. That's my vibe. And I just absolutely love it. It just makes a calming environment when I'm crafting. I just love it on. I've also got loads of candles as well on my desk too. And again, kind of either kind of sweet smells or autumnal. That's kind of what I go for. So I've got a Botanica one, which is fresh pineapple and Tunisian rosemary. Yeah, it smells kind of like tropically. That might have to get swapped out soon. It's a bit too summery. I've got a fairy dust one, which is by the brand Lily Flame. And if you don't know hair candles, then they're absolutely brilliant. So yeah, definitely go and check them out. I've got a Venus candle, which is Mystic Rose and Rose Quartz. And it's by North Muse. And that's a beautiful one. It's got like, it's glass. It's pink glass and it's got like pink flowers, not flowers, pink stars all over it. And then I've got my absolute ultimate favourite one, which is a DW candle. And they do it every single Halloween. And I literally go to HomeSense or TK Maxx deliberately to find this candle at Halloween. It's got like a fortune teller like embroidered on the top. And it's like cedarwood and kind of just autumnal witchy kind of smells, and it just smells absolutely amazing. And I've bought it now 4 years in a row. So yeah, they're probably my favourite things on my desk at the moment, my candles, especially now the nights are drawing in. I actually love this time of year. I am an autumn girly 100%, and I love it when it starts getting cold and you can have a nice bubble bath and then put your pyjamas on and light all your candles and it'll be cozy in your house. Oh my god, I just love it so much. And then the last question that I got asked was the last film that you watched. So last film that I watched, obviously in the cinema, was Barbie, which I loved very much. We were going to go and see the new Agatha Christie film on Sunday, but obviously I was like essentially on death row, so we decided to not go. But the last film that we watched at home, we actually watched it, when was it? It was about maybe 3 days ago. I think it was Wednesday night. Me and Will had like a little film night downstairs, and we watched Where the Crawdads Sing, and that was actually one of my favourite books of 2020. So I was very excited to watch that, and I think they did the book really good justice. I think it was perfectly executed, perfectly portrayed, everything that I imagined in the story. Was exactly how I imagined it in the film, and that's usually quite difficult to do, but I think it's a real testament to Delia Rowan's writing in that, because, you know, she's described it so well that a filmmaker has managed to actually replicate it pretty much perfectly to what I imagined it to be like. So yeah, fantastic film, really enjoyed it. I did think the book was better. But I mean, sometimes that is the case, isn't it? You know, the book is the OG, and if you are a big reader, then, you know, that's just what it is. Talking of reading, I hit my reading goal for the year, which I am so excited about. I've read 25 books now for the year. I finished my 25th yesterday, and I didn't think I was going to make it, to be honest, because I've been stuck on 24 books for about 2 months. Nothing was grabbing me, nothing was making me want to read. And then I read Bitter, and I can't remember who it's by, Francesca somebody, and I can't remember what her last name is, but it was really, really good. It was set in like the 60s, and it's about this woman who basically walked out on her son when he was little in the war, and for another bloke, essentially, and then it kind of tells you about all the marriages and like what her childhood was like and why she's so bitter, and she has this obsession with her daughter-in-law, and it gets really sinister, and it was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. So finally that pulled me out the reading slump, and I managed to get 25 books for the year. So we'll see how many more I can finish this year. Next year I'm gonna have to up the ante a bit now, though. I'm gonna have to make it a bigger number so I reach it again. But yeah, really, really happy with that. And I'm currently listening to Miriam Margolyes's Oh Miriam, because I listened to her book, and she was actually the first book that I finished in 2023. Was her other book. I can't remember what This Much Is True, and I loved that. I gave it 4 stars, and I am really enjoying this one as well. And I think if you're going to read it, I would suggest listening to it, because if we know Miriam Margolyes, she is hilarious, and she does all the accents, she does all the voices of the people she's talking about, and you know, Maggie Smith is quite a big person in it, because they went to the same school, and they also obviously worked on Harry Potter together, and she does her voice like absolutely perfectly, and it's so funny. So would really, really recommend, if you're going to read it, then listen to it on Audible, because it does make the experience a lot better. But yeah, I think that's everything that I wanted to talk to you about. I've got a really exciting video coming up in the next couple of weeks. I'm involved in a collab, which is quite rare. I don't usually get involved in them as much anymore, but yes, someone asked me if they wanted me to be in a Halloween kind of journaly prompt one, and I was like, yes, definitely, please. So me and I think it's 30 other creators were chosen to kind of come up with something for the prompt. So that's going to be coming out. Mine is coming out on the 5th of October. So yeah, so watch out for that video on the 5th, and you can watch my I'm going to be doing a glue booking page for that. So yeah, that one's that one. And let me just check I've answered all the questions. Oh, someone asked me about glue booking, actually. Are you doing another glue book? Yes, I am. I'm always still glue booking. I've got my little one, which is kind of general, and then I've got my colour glue book as well. I'm still doing those. And yeah, I am still really enjoying glue booking. It's just that when I get a chance to do stuff at the moment, I'm kind of prioritising doing my journal. Oh, and somebody actually asked me what my dream destination is. It's New York. Everybody knows it's New York. New York is 100% my number one. At Christmas time, I'm going to see a Broadway show and eating loads of pizza. Definitely that is my number one location that I would like to go to. But yeah, I think that's everything. Got about 30 seconds left, so I'm going to love you and leave you. Like I say, if you like Instagram or TikTok, then follow me on there, because I am becoming more active on all my social media platforms, which is exciting. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to see it in all its glory, check back in a couple of days to my Instagram where I will share it with the writing on, as always. But yeah, happy journaling, guys. Happy glue booking, whatever you're doing. And have a lovely rest of your day. Love you all. Thank you. Comment, like, subscribe. Bye. See you later.